Shaving Mugs is pretty decent. This is a Famous Studios Popeye cartoon from 1953. It's directed by Seymour, Kneitel and Thomas Johnson. It's written by Larz Bourne with a voice cast including Jackson Beck as Bluto, Jack Mercer as Popeye, and Mae Questel as Olive Oil. And Popeye and Bluto are on shore leave, and they're both going for a date with Olive Oil, but when they arrive at her doorstep, she tells them she will go out with neither of them until they get a shave and a haircut. So it's a race to see who can get the shave and haircut first. And they both run off, but they find that the barber's is shut. So they decide to give each other a shave and a haircut, but with razor blades and very hot towels and other implements. And they're both competing with each other. Things could get pretty dangerous. As a concept, it's pretty interesting. I'm sure there are others, but there are not many Popeye cartoons set in a barber shop, so that kind of environment was a little bit different. I thought the design of the shop, the chair, the implements, everything looked really good, really well animated. Popeye's stubble, I thought, looked fabulous. I thought they did a really good job of animating that. In general, because we are pretty much in the same location for a good chunk of the film, it maybe feels a little bit slow as it goes on, but nevertheless, it's still engaging enough because a lot of what they're doing gets quite creative. So on the one hand, usually with Popeye cartoons, we have a change in environment, or if they're in the same house, they go to different rooms to keep things interesting. Not so much the case here, but the activities, the action, that's quite creative, and I wasn't really sure where things would end up or what tricks the characters might play on each other, and there's definitely a lot of creativity there. So that was really fun and really engaging. It's generally well animated with a good use of sound as well, and of course we have good voice acting. It's probably never going to be an all-time favourite, but that being said, there's nothing about it that I didn't really enjoy. I think it's a nice, straightforward concept, well executed. As I said, we do spend a lot of time in one location, but because what the characters are doing is quite creative and fun, it really wasn't that much of a problem, and the pacing still sounded, or felt good rather. So all things considered, Shaving Mugs is a fun, decent Popeye cartoon, a little bit different compared with a lot of them. That being said, it's still ultimately Popeye versus Bluto, which is not that different, but they managed to come up with something that's a little bit different, and I thought it worked well, and ultimately, if you're a Popeye fan, then I'm happy to recommend it.